Somebody just called me from a number I don't know. And I didn't answer, of course. And then they text messaged me. They said, "Would you mind telling me your name?" Ah, no. 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 No, what we doing? No, no. How am I, how am I make this daggone video, right? You mind telling me your name? Ah, okay. Okay. Silly. Silly people, bro. Silly people. I ain't never wanted to get rid of a cell phone so much in my life. All right. No, good. No, no. Good morning. How y'all doing? Now, what we doing here is we're gonna make some roasted garlic, fried garlic, caramelized garlic. Now, you got a million ways you could do it. You could put it in foil paper. You cut off the root end, put a little oleo, roast it in the oven. You could take and get one of those little clay pots, roast it in the oven. You could get the garlic, put it in some oleo, turn it on low heat. I actually got this on number 5, but so what we're gonna do, we're gonna cook this until it's nice and caramelized. Now the reason we had a fire low is because you don't want this to burn. And you don't want to cook it too fast. And you don't want to needlessly get your oil too hot too quick. Because that breaks down the life of the oil. So you want to cook it low and slow. Now, the good thing is you can use any neutral oil. I will tell you this. Do not use olive oil that is extra virgin. Do not. Please don't. Because extra virgin oil is cold pressed. And so you buying it and you spending a premium price for it because they didn't use heat to extract the oil from it, the olive. So don't waste your money on extra virgin olive oil if you're going to heat it up. Please don't. Don't be that guy who's still saying salmon when it is salmon. Quinoa, quinoa, don't be that guy. But I got this on number 5, medium heat. And it smells wonderful. It smells wonderful. It smells so good. And all the reason I'm stirring this is because I'm making this video. I want you to think I'm doing something that's when really I'm not. Yep, it's looking good. It smells great. Now you can take, once this is ready, and you could smear it. You could smear it over bread. You could also take this garlic right now, and you can mash it up in your mortar pestle. And when you make garlic mashed potatoes, you add that garlic to it. Amazing, life-changing. And don't be one of those people who say they can't eat garlic because it's going to make their breath smell bad. Well, if she eating garlic or he eating garlic with you, it don't matter, honestly. Let's just be real. We're not kids no more, you know. Even though vanity is real, we're not kids no more. This will also work, believe it or not, for something if you live in a mosquito-prone area. You could just put a few drops of this on whatever you don't mind smelling like garlic. When I was firefighting, I was in a really bad mosquito area. And back then, I used to eat like, I don't know, 7 cloves of garlic a week. And mosquitoes wouldn't touch me. They'd be flying, biting everybody else. They wouldn't touch me. So it works good for that. Repelling mosquitoes. And I ain't gonna lie, I really love this new feature on the phones, the iPhones, because you could pause the video now, and then you could play it. And you don't have to marry them together when you had to stop your recording if you was using your phone. I think that is so cool, man. I really do. I really do. Somebody using their brain, finally. We're only in 2024. But as these sugars cook in this garlic, they're going to start to brown. And they'll stick together a little bit. So it'll be good to move them around when they get closer to that point. You can also, like if you're into that ramen, you know, this oleo, you can use that to fry your egg or to fry or saute. You could add this to, you know, if you wanted to make an aioli, it'll be garlic infused because the oil is infused with garlic. Speaking of which, while we're talking about this, I used to do a lot of infused oil back in the day just to give my cooking a little bit different flavor. And if you want to infuse oil and you don't heat it up, the oil, whatever ingredients you have in it, whether it's herbs or in this case the garlic, it'll start to mold. So you have to bring that oil up to a certain temp so that it does not mold. Just keep that in mind if you're going to do infused oils. In other words, don't just take an old wine bottle, throw some garlic in it and add oil to it, because that garlic is going to mold. You know. They also have videos of like garlic confit and confit, C-O-N-F-I-T. That's when you cook something in fat. I did a duck confit one time, and it was legit. And the whole theory behind the confit is you're talking about cooking pre-refrigeration. So you would cook protein and fat, and then you just move the fat, take some protein off, cover it back up with fat. And the fat was a way to preserve it from spoiling, etc., you know? All right, so this video is going to be too long, and I don't want to waste your time. But I'm going to pause it until we're ready. No, I told y'all we'll come back when it's ready, but we're getting close. Now, you could go darker than this if you want to, but this is as far as I want to go. I've had it darker, but yeah, what the heck, we'll go darker. See you in a little bit. On second thought, we're going to stop right here. You can go darker. Just don't go past dark, because it'll get real bitter. But I'm going to stop right here with this one. And what I'm going to do, kill the heat. And typically you get like a mason jar. You get a mason jar. Hey, what do you know? A mason jar right there. I just broke one of these the other day. That's the only bad thing about them. You will break them. Okay. The wok has hydraulics. West Coast style. Be careful doing this so you don't burn that hand with this hot oil. And this is probably not the best way to do it, so don't be like me. All right, now that's let me try one just to see what we tasting like. Oh yeah. It needs salt, but that's perfect. They're perfect because you could spread them. You could spread them on bread. Now I'm gonna dump this hot oil into this mason jar. And I don't want you to try to be like me. I'm gonna show you the safe way to do it. If there is such a thing. Come on, baby, don't hit my hand. Don't hit my hand. Woo, woo. That's a good feeling. Ah, I'm just playing. Ah. You know the craziest thing? Most of y'all not gonna make it to this part of the video. So if you made it to that part, thank you. All right. So the good thing about doing that in the wok is now the wok is coated with a nice layer of oil. So when I go to make some fried rice, it's gonna work out good. Boy, that's a good blessing.